welcome to a step-by-step bear painting video. Here is a preparatory sketch I just took down from the screen, and this is and then here's the that was with the blank canvas, and so I was starting to draw in there with a vine charcoal. That's what I did, the sketch out that I was at the very beginning that I just took down. I drew that with the vine charcoal and a piece of chalk on a blue piece of paper, just to practice the drawing of this bear face. Well, he's bear that he has his mouth all growling. There you go, open mouth or whatever. So I guess you can hear my voice okay when I speak, and if I speak, I'll try to. Let me remind myself to speak clearly. And this is a really long, video. I think I wanted it to be like long, but like maybe half an hour, and it went over. And when I put all the pieces I have on here, so it's like an hour and a half, over an hour and a half. This thing goes. So well, I need an audio for it. Maybe also try not to say but I'm just gonna keep this recording, and for me just to even practice speaking kind of thing, I just so I practice maybe speaking clearly, but not to bore the audience. I'll just I keep trying to describe what's going on the screen. But I got a long while to talk, it seems to me like. I don't know. But, I'm just drawing in onto the canvas with the vine charcoal. Vine, if I can't pronounce it, vine. Grapevine. Looking through the mirror, and that was just I don't know, I threw the little clip in to remind me to speak about looking in a mirror at your while you're working on a painting. If you want to just to step back and see it with fresh eyes, you should always, looking in the mirror is about the best overall method to just to be able to see your painting and with fresh eyes again. We've been working on it for a while. Yeah, so so I don't know how I'm going to keep describing this for an hour and a half. But let's see, without saying I'll just let's, well, maybe I'm thinking I should make sound effects of the drawing. Like sometimes, well, because I could, the audio on the video is in the background. I don't know, listening to different things, but I didn't want to, I was going to even leave that on for some kind of audio soundtrack so that, because I don't just want to put this up silent, or it needs a background, I think. Um, it's it's really long video either way, and it does it's edited. I took a lot longer than the video just to do this bunch of hours, and so let me just, so I'll just keep on trying to describe what I'm doing here, and just keep speaking. Let me speak clearly and practice my speaking clearly. And so, so, as I say, I'm drawing this in the canvas with piece of fine charcoal, and just drawing that in. It had zoomed forward at some point when the mirror came, and so it's taking quite a while, even just drawing this, I suppose. I'm just going over it, trying to get it accurate. Could leave it really loose, just a few markers to get the general size, or you could have placement, or I guess you could go really detailed into it. Just depends whatever you decide to do. I'm trying to go kind of pretty detailed, sort of between really loose and trying to draw in just about every big shape on there, and just kind of start from the biggest overall shape and then breaking that into smaller shapes. And, basically, well, yeah, the mouth. Also, when I speak, I'll try not to mumble. No. But I just don't mumble, because there we go. Now, I guess I was going to say, like, the mouth is, the whole big muzzle and mouth that's my focal area in this painting. So it kind of will be emphasized somewhat. So I'm starting to paint in over the charcoal already. That's pretty fast. So, well, I mean, I took a lot longer even than the video went to do the drawing. And then so I took a break before I started in painting it. And I just stand back and check the drawing or something to get it as close as I could, hopefully. I don't know, it's, I guess, I don't know. Okay, drawing, I guess. And so, this particular painting, I drew it in there with the charcoal, and now I'm going over that with paint. So if I'm inking it in, but I'm using paint, I'm just, just going over the outline, like it almost, basically an outline, and it's, I don't know, that's just what I was, could could start blocking in large shapes or large areas, but I wanted to. This is just I don't know. This going back over the. I'm kind of careful way to do it, I guess, in a way or something. But I have to do. Yeah, I don't know. Duh. I'm really not liking the soundtrack, but I'm gonna keep it going. And what? Okay, so I was saying how I'm outlining the thing. So yeah, I'm just going over it. It's just to kind of make it. I don't know. I was gonna say make it easier, I guess, but yeah, just breaking it up into easier steps. You might wanna just going over the outline of that and trying to keep everything, make it more, get it really good, as accurate as I can. Just should be improving it with every step of the way, hopefully. Ideally, I don't want to be messing it up worse. So I'm just, whoops, I don't know what that was. Oh gosh. Oh, it zoomed forward, but now I'm filling it in with, at that point I had stopped and actually let the outline dry. And I let the outline dry this way, can block it in, just in case. I don't know. You could wipe it down and have the outline still there if you want, or just could have just blocked it in more loosely, I suppose. In retrospect, looking as I'm just narrating over this to give it a soundtrack, and maybe I should have just really loosely covered over that. I'm kind of this is wow. I don't mean to be self-critiquing myself, but I'm just I'm trying to just keep talking while watching this thing and trying to narrate what's going on. So thinking, I'm thinking I could have even, much more broadly just fill in like the darks already. Which I don't know, maybe I'm taking forever just filling that in, or maybe I'm going whatever speed. I mean, I'm filling it in. Okay. Alright, but yeah, I guess, whatever kind of helped to let those outlines dry there, but I guess, I could just go over that, since I had let that outline dry, I can then go over it and not worry about, that it's gonna, that it's gonna smudge it or anything. I don't know. So I guess I kind of, whatever. Just keep filling it in, and you could still see that the outline drawing, and if you remove the paint carefully, you could probably still have the outline there. But yeah, so it's just filling in the darks. I think it's going to zoom forward when I put the lights in, and but I'm just still filling in the dark areas. Basically, is what I'm doing. Filling in the darks and the brush. There goes some. I did fast forward when I started putting in lights. Now, when the first coat of paint is going on like that, it kind of has a transparent effect painting over a white canvas. If the canvas is, if you have a toned canvas, something other than white, and maybe gray or whatever tone colors, then it goes on, and the paint goes on a little more opaque seeming. At least oil paint does. But on the white canvas, it looks like this, where it's, I mix white paint in with the white into paint for the light areas, but it still comes out kind of dark. Whereas the dark parts, a lot of the white canvas can reflects through that and makes it seem look lighter. So just saying that about the first layer of paint will look can have that effect. And pardon me. So I was gonna, I was mentioning that, and even could also thinking that you could wipe away the paint on the light, and then it's on a white canvas with the white of the canvas, but then we'll use the white of the canvas to show that it's lighter, but if you wiped it away, you could leave some little bit of the paint there. Just thinking out loud, that would, yeah, I mean, it would work, whatever. um, to leave it a lighter coat of paint there for where I put a lot of white in there. But basically, well, anyway, the way I did it here, um, I didn't wipe back off you could wipe back down the light areas to bring it a lot lighter that way. But I just left the paint in there, then the second coat, you can go much lighter. In the darks, you can go much darker. Um, Otherwise, yeah, I don't know about putting it really thickly, but here seems to be putting a second coat that I'm not going to see as much the right value. Now, once it comes out as dark or light as it um, as it paint is, I don't know, comes out the right darkness that the paint is, I don't know. Doesn't don't seem to be explaining it well, but maybe you probably see what I'm saying about now the second coat of paint. Hold on. So as I was saying, the second coat of paint goes on more thick, not thickly necessarily, but I wasn't painting it too thick, but it goes on, you can get the darks go darker and lights go lighter when you put over the second coat. Now I could say about I'll say about the thinning the colors. Um, yeah. Well, I was going to say about working from an oil paint, working from lean to fat or fat over lean. So if you paint fat over lean, then you're going to have a nice durable surface. It'll all adhere onto there properly. There's well, sometimes you can have problems with oil paints, I suppose. Sometimes if it's you paint over the well, I guess the fat paint with leaner paint, then you can have problems with the paint flaking off. So I don't know. I guess it's not. Oils aren't going to be a perfect medium to work with, but I suppose there's a perfect medium of, acrylics are going to have some advantages and whatever. I don't know. I don't really have a point with that. I'm always going with that. I don't know. I was talking about two different things, or I don't know. I was talking about, I think I made the point about the second coat of paint going on more sort of opaquely, opaque, so that the colors are more accurate. You can make more accurate colors on the second coat. So just pointing out that, and then I start talking about fat over lean painting, and let's see, the first coat here is black in. You just use plain, you thin it with just plain mineral spirits, paint thinner, I don't know, maybe pretty good quality or one, or just some paint thinner. And yeah, so that you thin it with paint, thin it with paint thinner on the first pass through here, the block in. You know, whether you go into it, you can go into it wet into wet like this, and maybe if you're finished after that, then really you just the paint thinner was about all the medium you need. But then once you start putting second layers onto it, then it's probably a better idea to start adding some a medium into your medium, like I like liquid medium a lot. It helps dry the paint faster. Or sometimes I use linseed oil and thin that down with some the mineral spirits. You thin it down. That's a good medium to use. Or like I say, I use liquid a lot. It's more expensive than just using something like linseed oil. Maybe would be a little less expensive if it's, especially maybe you thin that down more or whatever. I don't know. I'm really rambling, but well, I'm just trying to keep talking. I want to give this thing an audio, and I've kind of, I was doing, I don't know. I'm gonna just want to just do this all in one take, because I was actually took a while working on trying to figure out an audio for this, and like maybe I was gonna leave on the things I was listening to, but so I finally was deciding, let me just talk through the whole thing, and so that's what I'm doing now. So I erased all the other ones anyway, except while the audio's still on the soundtrack, so I just turned down the actual soundtrack from the videos of me listening to different people speaking, basically talk radio and other YouTube videos, playing a lot of YouTube videos, either just listening to the audio or sometimes I'm watching them while I paint, but you can just listen to it maybe if I'm painting. La 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 la. No, really, though. I just hold on a minute while I get a sip of water. So I don't. Let's see. So currently still working on the block end, and I was painting wet into wet with this. Still, on the first layer, and whoop. So anyway, okay, so at this point it was, this is the second, no, I haven't even been paying attention. No, I have kind of been paying attention. And I'm just gonna let this keep rolling. I'll keep talking. Hopefully, somewhat soothing. Somewhat soothing. I don't know if it can take a lot of ums. Just let the ums be soothing. Hopefully, maybe you could like fall asleep with listening to my audio tape. I'll just like drift off listening to me speaking on and on and on. Because I don't know, I don't know if I've ever spoken for an hour and a half, hour and 39 minutes, I think it goes for. So this will be the first time ever. Amazing. But I don't know how clearly I'll be speaking. Let me speak clearly. Let this be an exercise for myself. Speaking clearly. And so here I'm still working on the block in. And I could aim to try and even finish it in just the block end, but I kind of, I want to get very detailed and just, I don't know, I like to keep working on it and get it really detailed. So I do it, I let it, dry, and then or even if, it dries overnight, because I'll probably use liquid medium or this first layer. Oh, pardon me. This first layer is, will be dry, it'll be dry pretty much overnight. Or, I'm saying, am I saying about, anyway, this is still the first block, and I'm going quite a lot into it, wet into wet, and it could just be finished in the one sitting. Followed these steps and done it in one sitting, or you could be breaking it up into many sittings. And I broke it up into a lot of sittings. In fact, in this painting, I would have liked it to have been finished much sooner, but I just couldn't get satisfied with it, and just wanted to keep going. And I resorted to even using glazes, but that comes at the end. When I didn't start using glazes till the end, to try and get it to work. Somewhere, I didn't see that, but Um, I'm watching the screen, I guess. Sometimes it has these. Anyway, this is the second day, and it had shown a close-up view. You don't have to. If you wanted, you could rewind it and just back a few where it came into that close-up. Doesn't really matter. It was kind of showing uh, some little, just how it. I had left. I didn't. I didn't cover up every single bit of the canvas by the block-in. By this is here. I'm beginning the second pass-through session. Um, and I don't know. I think I had to fix. I don't know if I was fixing sphere. But basically, I was just starting up on the top of the painting, and I'm going to go over basically everything, starting at the top and working back to the bottom, and from left to right, somewhat. From top to bottom, left to right, basically, because I have the whole. I want to retouch out through everything. I don't know. Here they're showing a close up of the eye, and you could see sort of some white spots where the canvas hadn't been filled in yet, and there's a do so many layers. I'm sure the whole thing will be quite filled out in. But even you could even leave some those little spaces. It could is okay even if you want to. You call it a finished painting. But I just still to get it really. Maybe you want it really as detailed as you can. And I'm going for just as detailed, and I don't know, just detailed as I could get it. Pardon me. And so I just going for detail and want to take my time and do a bunch of layers on it. Like I'm working back into it had dried overnight. Now I'm working back into it with the paint is obviously wet, or the new paint has to be wet. If it's dried, then it's not going to come out of your tube paint. So hopefully it's nice and buttery paint out of the tube, and you just can paint with it then. It'll be great. So I don't know about this audio, but let me just keep talking. And here I'm painting the eye, and I don't know, really just getting some paint onto there, and I didn't want to cover up the lightness, but I put in some light, and I just go, I don't know, I should leave a little light in there, but I'm maybe going to build up back up or whatever. About there, I don't know, seems about fine like that, I suppose, for now. Just getting some paint in there, I guess. And I want to pay close attention to little details as best I could. And well, yeah, bring a little bit lighter paint in there. I don't know, it isn't. How about, I don't know what it is. It is, what is it? Uh, um, sorry. I don't know, I guess it's looking pretty good, I guess. And, keep, painting and allowing, want to allow what's already there to, since I'm working, each layer that I put on there, it's going to be what's already there that I'm restating and painting over that. Should be affecting. It's always going to affect what you put over top of that, and you should. And just building up the paint, and I'm just building up the paint here, I should say, maybe. Of course, painting the nose is, and so basically there's a kind of black nose. I suppose it's almost bluish, making it rather blue. It's very moist and reflecting the sky, perhaps. And it's almost kind of bluish, gray color. Just would like to get it really as detailed as I can. The reference photograph is only, can't get too much more detail than the reference photo, although actually, like the eyes on the reference are just, can't see any detail on them, kind of give them a little bit more life, even in the reference photo, but generally, because I'll maybe check some other reference to get an idea in the eyes. Basically, I want to just get it as detailed as I can. So breaking that up a little, that shape, into giving it some more darks on there. Just how the nose goes from into the snout. And there's somewhat, it's not as furry on the snout. It has kind of fuzzy and has these little hairs on there. Try to show that in the painting. And, I'm just restating some darks, restating darks. We'll get a sip of water because my mouth is getting too dry. Maybe I will speak more clearly. Oh well, so much for that. Thought maybe if I have a sip of water, I'll speak more clearly. Just must speak clearly. I'm sure I can speak clearly. Okay, I know what's coming up in this, not yet, but one thing that is going to help this particular painting is in the block-in point, the first session that I did, and with the drawing, I suppose, um, I gave them the two fangs that are showing in the video at the top fangs. I made them both sharp and pointy, but in the reference photo of him, the bear, he has like a chipped tooth. One of the teeth is kind of a little chipped, and this I was going to take care of that coming up pretty soon. To make it a chipped tooth, give him a chipped tooth like in the reference photograph, and I think it looks more naturalistic. And I like it much better than what I tried to make it up as if he has these two sharp fangs when he only has one sharp fang up on top. So I don't know. That part didn't come yet, but I think, well, I don't know when that's coming. But it's coming up on this second pass-through session, which should be, well, I keep going really long in the painting, and it probably might only take several. It doesn't have to take as long as I took, but I don't know. Somewhat trying to go as fast as I can, I suppose, but I still wasn't satisfied with that. I wanted to keep going, get it as good as I could, and meaning well as detailed, even, and basically as detailed and accurate and looking as good as make it look as good as it could. So let's see, what we're doing here is I'm just restating things, maybe breaking it up into smaller spots. Adding back in some lights. We're adding lights and maybe probably bring out lighter, perhaps. You might wanna be making it more, well, I don't know. At this point, just refining the shape a little. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm starting to say there. Just trying to describe what's going on. But here he goes with the tooth. It looks like, boy, how exciting. Let me watch it. I don't know if it's exciting, but I think I'm going to fix, I'm sure I'm going to fix the tooth here. To give him a chip tooth like it's supposed to have, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm just pausing. I must be getting some more paint on the brush. Mixing a little color. And I think I'm gonna make it look like it's a chip tooth, because it looks like I'm still making it pointy. Uh, well, I'm going down, getting some paint, a little paint on there, and just adding some paint, and so you're working on the shape. I think I was gonna, I'm pretty sure I'm getting, here we go. See, I'm gonna get rid of that point on there. Here's the chip tooth, I think. It's at least it's not pointy like the other side. You'd have to, I believe it's chip tooth, but I like it better that way. That's how he is. Even if he's a she, but that doesn't matter. I'll call him he. He won't mind. um, yeah, so I told me that I was going to do the chip tooth on this stage, and I don't know, it's looking pretty well, I suppose. Because while I painted, it was never really good enough for me. Well, maybe I'm being a perfectionist, and I should loosen up a little, perhaps, if I must self-critique myself. Let me say something else to keep talking. And, I did go on with it for a while, and I wasn't satisfied, so I glazed it and stuff. That's coming up. So I'll just, for what I'm doing during this part of the video, as you can see, I'm working on the teeth, and I did make that tooth into more naturalistic chip tooth, and just working on not exactly minute detail, just sharpening up the detail, making it, I don't know, realistic. Never zoomed forward because the whole, and I was zoomed forward through the rest of the session maybe, because I think when I zoomed in, I zoom in to the face to try to cue myself in. It's the next session. Maybe, left it to dry for a while or overnight, and start a new session, another pass through. It really needed, the ear seemed a little bit off. Really, anyway, maybe the ears were giving me, I don't know. I just need to we'll work on the drawing of that ear. Try to fix that up a little better the way it should have been. That got off somehow. Just go ahead and take care of that, and we get it more correctly drawn. So it needed to be adjusting the drawing a little bit. So to describe what I'm doing, we're starting this next session. This would be like third pass through, I might call it, at which point really that should be plenty of, if it goes really smoothly and really do a really fine job, I don't know, that maybe ought to be about enough work on the painting, and let it go at that. But here I don't know. I didn't mean to keep self-critiquing this same point, but maybe I I don't want to say I overworked it, but because I'll go with that. I think I wanted to keep going with it, and I think overall, like, I like it better with what I did do. So I don't want to say that I'm being a perfectionist and that it messed it up or anything. But I was saying, by this stage in the painting, it's like the third time I'm going through it, third session. This should be just a few little touch-ups and bring out a highlight, some dark accents, a highlight, and there you are. Your masterpiece is done. But I still keep feeling like, oh, it needs so much more work. I'm gonna keep going at it, going over the whole thing. Yeah, this could have. If I let it go, I guess it would have been. I don't know. No, I wanted to keep going with it, but it's looking pretty okay, and I I wasn't too satisfied with it and wanted to just keep going, so that's what I did, and I think it's fine to keep going. So you can't just keep going. Isn't gonna always, if a painting isn't working, I forget it. But sometimes, if it goes really, I don't know, it goes really smoothly. I don't know what I'm saying. But I just seem to like feel the whole thing really needed to be reworked, and so that I'm kind of like reworking the whole thing. Putting like dark accents all over the place, and maybe I don't know. That looked like I was touching the snout of the thing, just bringing up a little highlight. Bringing up the subtle little, I don't know, highlighted area, just trying to get it just right. Perhaps going a little bit lighter with you could be adjusting the color. The color might go yellower, redder, bluer, or you're probably going to go get it a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, and then while you're going lighter or darker, if it's the color changes at all. It's the same color as much as possible in here, back into the nose. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. But I'll just keep talking. I think, never mind. Let's just keep talking. And, I was painting on the nose the last time I touched, and there he goes. I mean, he's watching myself paint and narrate. Now, maybe if well, I mean, it's really a lot of work putting this video together, and I was going to say I could narrate while I'm painting, but maybe I'm listening to other stuff, or I don't know. If I narrated it while I'm going, I'm not really used to doing some talking while I'm talking about what I'm doing while I'm painting, and it's just it'd take forever to put this video together. But I mean, I'm enjoying doing it, so I hope you know someone's going to enjoy it half as much to watch the thing. It does go on quite a while. I am rambling a lot for the soundtrack here, but so I don't know whether I'm touching the tooth, as you can see. Maybe bringing out a highlight, adjusting the color. You want to make it a warm color, maybe you want to make it a cool color. Just over his teeth, and maybe just making these little minor adjustments. Maybe the shape is just a little, change the shape just a little bit. Maybe go just a little darker, a little lighter. They say it could be yellow, a little more yellow, a little more red. Maybe want to add a little blue in. Depends. And just a little gleam on that tooth, I guess. So, go in for the details. And, it's the sort of main focal point attraction of this painting. I don't know, it's an okay painting. It's an okay painting. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I mean, of course I like it, so I painted it, but kind of, it's kind of scary. Always kind of scary, but it's that big old mouth. I don't know. Anyway, when it zooms in, that was it zooms into his face like it did a second ago. That was just cueing me in. Like, yeah, I had finished. I was putting the painting aside for the day at that point and let it dry. some, and then I still wasn't satisfied, so I keep on going at it. And I think this is like the fourth, this is, I believe, the fourth session, or the fourth passing through it, because I did let I'm calling the first session was when I blocked it all in, because I actually may have taken a while letting it, doing the drawing on all this. Might have even put that aside and then inked over it with the paint and let that dry, and then I blocked it in. Could have all done that in one session, or not even, never mind. Never mind what I was going with that. I kind of, never mind. Let me think, I forgot what I was saying, I guess, but, forgotten now. But, partly I was saying about this is being like the fourth session, so like ideally really it should be like, okay, like by now I'm just really there's just a couple little things maybe to touch up. We add a little, whatever it needed to make it as snappy as possible, and have that final highlight perhaps, and voila, there we are. But I just I know I still wasn't happy enough with it. I just want to keep going at it and trying to get it. Keep going at it, bring it out to make it as snappy as possible, I'd say. And, here we're just working on the detailing on the eye. I don't know, so that eye looks, I don't know. The eyes seem to need some work. I think, I don't know. You did an okay job. You did pretty good. It's very not satisfied and wanting to, you can see I just reworked so much stuff. And I went really late there. I went more later than it looks okay, kind of all light like that, but I went that late because I'm planning to glaze it back over, and that will darken it. The light parts will get darker when I put a glaze over it. And it almost kind of looks kind of nice like that, but pardon me. But really, I don't know, really, I want to defend myself for how long I went at it. Sort of maybe didn't go that long, whatever. Bunch of hours long on this painting. And could have gone, well, I went as long as I possibly could. on it, I suppose. Um, but I brought it up so late because I'm gonna glaze it back down, and so this was like the fourth session, and just instead of being done with the painting at this point, I just had so much. I just wanted to rework the whole thing still, and so it just really isn't. I didn't want to just let it go at that. Instead, I'm, planning to glaze it back down. I brought the lights really light to glaze that back down, and then so on I don't know. I think I should just take as long as I want, and depending. And painting fast is good. I do try and go as quickly as I can, but I also want to just to get it kind of detailed realism is going to take some amount of time, though. And you could learn to go faster and faster the more experience I have, I guess. Oh, gee, I didn't turn the sound off on some clip. I don't know, I think the sound.
Okay. Is wanting to bail out of this video new to you? No, not well. No, I was wanting to bail out of this 10 minutes. Okay, well, could you let go of wanting to bail out of this video? Just let the fuck go. Yeah, I guess. Okay. When? Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you, Rich, for releasing one thing, so you have your release one. Yeah, I've released it. I'm going to just freaking do it. Okay, I'm going to let it go. See, you can do this with any item issue, not just this. I'm just saying, I got to go now here. I want to, but I'm letting go of one thing, too, and I'm just doing it. Yeah? Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Okay, bye now. Love ya. yeah, Mr. Love here. Love ya. Thanks for watching, man. I wish I was Gandhi or Mother Teresa or something. Love is being. I'm not just being. Sometimes. Okay, I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so that was one of had this the audio was track I was listening to, and at least this part you hear the brush strokes. Normally you don't hear the brush strokes, but a little bit more vigorously applying that glaze and now wiping it off. You can hear that part to add to the soundtrack. But here I was, anyway, let me get a sip of water again. So I glazed over that as I decided to do during the last session, the painting session. This one being, now I'm on number 5, pass through number 5, which I'm starting by glazing it over with transparent earth red, and which I use liquid medium to make the glaze, and I applied that with the brushes. Suppose you saw. Woohoo! I'm going back over it now with bringing out the lights back out, just a little bit lighter. Let me see, that confused me with that. I don't know how come that audio came back on, but tried to turn off the audio sound for all these tracks because just instead of I mean, I could have just, maybe I should have just put them on. No, I think I should be narrating it at least. Although, yeah, I'm narrating it now. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think I'm narrating. Yeah, I'm narrating it now. I'm leaving this narration on. And this is how it'll, I guess, be on YouTube. So yeah, I had glazed it with transparent earth red and glazed with liquid medium to make the glaze. And I was liking making glazes with transparent earth red. Is kind of nice color there. Nice and transparent to make a glaze as opposed to other colors. Some colors are considered opaque, some are transparent. You may or may not realize. And transparent ones really make a nice transparent glaze. Anyway, here's looking in the mirror and starting a new session. So 6, 7, this is like, I believe this is the last session, which I count as about 7 sessions. And I'm gonna like basically glazing it back again, but I want him to be like, he has this look of like he's emerging out of a dark shadow as it is, and I want to enhance him coming out of a dark shadow, and kind of gonna put another glaze over it, somewhat carefully adding the glaze because it's not going to go everywhere, but at the bottom of it, it has this glaze. Yeah, this glaze is, as I started saying, he's emerging out of a shadow, and I'm just enhancing the look of him coming out of the shadow. And I just sort of taking my time, and sort of try and go as fast as I can. Don't go to, I don't know, to take my time though, and just trying to get this painting as snappy as possible. That's why I just keep going. Maybe it should have been finished, but doing whatever as much as I can to try and make it that I like the painting as much as possible. And I think it needs to be emerging out of the shadow more. That's what that glaze was about. And just these minuscule little touches. Wasn't really hard to tell what's going on there in the video. Maybe I should have narrate while I'm going, although maybe next time, and I've gotten to, since I don't know if this, I don't know what this audio sounds like, but we're getting near towards the end, and I did actually manage to just keep talking. I hope you can more or less understand my talking, I feel like, because I intend to, I know what I'm saying. I mean, I understand what I'm saying, but sometimes I don't speak that clearly or something. And I probably never spoken for like an hour and a half without stopping. I think this is the first time ever. So maybe give me a hand. Uh, um, uh, I totally lost track of my train of thought there. I'm really rambling. But, oh, I was talking about maybe I should narrate it as I go along. I mean, I was actually painting it, but and that brings up how it's a distraction. The whole thing and trying to film it, it's a lot of work doing this video, but I really, I do it because I liked it. It's just, it's fun. Like, I enjoy to do it. I hope it can be kind of fun to watch, you know, maybe a little entertaining, hopefully a little inspiring. Maybe you pick up something, learn a little bit, learn something maybe, or just uh, some nuance of pick up, I don't know, some nuance of what the way I do it was something if you already knew this stuff, or maybe you never had any idea or haven't really explained all that much, it doesn't feel like. And just keep talking and talking. So I don't know if I've explained it that well. But, we're just going back over, restating it, getting the shape right, get the color right. You can restate the color. You know, it might be lighter, it might be darker, redder, yellow, bluer. Um, do, 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 do. Well, um, let me see. Hold on. Painting, painting. Working on the snout, like those little hairs under his snout or something. The bottom of it under his nose. You know, a little dark detail, like accents, you know. You know, the details is really detailed out. Just keep kind of going over and over each little spot on the canvas, just be fixing the shape up. I maybe probably said fixing the shape up and getting it lighter or darker, or maybe adjusting the color. Any combination of those things. Um, uh, Probably the first time I ever spoke for an hour and a half without, not that I didn't pause, but probably I haven't paused for too long, a period, too many minutes in the, probably less than a minute of silence at a time between my ums. I gotta work on getting not saying as much, but even just seem to be trying to fill a space by saying maybe. I didn't mean to say gotta. I have got to work on that, I'm probably speaking clearly, and I'm trying to see if I think this video's actually it goes for a while. This might, this might be like, oh gosh, I lost track of how many times I've gone at this. I was thinking this is the last step. Looking pretty fine, pretty good. Bring out lights, and I'd say that area is, oh, watch where I start painting in there. There is adding a little highlights back in there, restating or bringing it lighter than it already is. I'd say these are fairly yellowish highlights, whereas some of his fur has a more coolish color. Those highlights could be probably like something like burnt a raw sienna, perhaps, and maybe some yellow ochre. Gray it down with maybe some burnt umber. I don't know exactly what I mixed it with, and done a lot of white, and it's for the more yellowish color of the highlights. And this would, and here it's definitely less yellow. It has more coolish highlights in there. And I mix those are more like a purple with umber. Put like some dioxazine purple and white. Probably with some umber. I like burnt umber. Or I like raw umber as well. And, my pick is burnt umber, whatever. So, I don't know. That's my favorite umber, I guess. Between burnt umber and raw umber. The raw umber is very nice too, but I think maybe some people like raw umber better, and some people like burnt umber. I prefer it, a little bit better. However, I like them both. I don't like raw umber. But so it's saying the color, some of the colors I used, some of the mixtures I might have used. I'm not trying to make a recipe exact color. You have to go get these colors to use. But this is more mentioning about the cool colors, and also mentioning the actual colors I happen to use. I used a lot of earth tones. And overall, I probably used 9 or 10 different tube colors. Oh, wait, so here's one more. This is the emerging from the shadow part of glaze. I believe I was telling you guys I might be a soundtrack here. Soundtrack recording. Yeah, so that was only the second to last session. This is like the 7th one. If you want to count it as 7, I believe I was counting about 7 pass-throughs I did, and this is the final dark glaze, which I mixed that out of it's black plus ultramarine blue, and a lot of the darks I was mixing with black and there's dioxazine purple, or some with, you know, maybe with umber, with burnt umber and black. Looks like we mix the color, dark colors together with the black. Like a nice lively black or something, rich color. This is a very dark, well, very shadowy, dark blackish, bluish black shadow going on there. Now it's at the now this time it's at the final pass-through section. I wanted to bring out this dark shadow is emerging out of. So I'm just I'm wiping back the excess paint and sort of going back to it. Some more darker accents in there. Back to that. And, dark accents. Wipe it back a little if I like. Maybe just whatever. I don't know. Just now we got it. And then like making it nice and deep and dark. Now this is another glaze of this is actual metallic color of this is a gold color, metallic gold color. The color, they call this color, they name this color Rich Gold by Gamblin paints. Just so it doesn't, well, just so you know exactly what color for that glaze. Well, I think that's kind of interesting glaze. I'm thinking. I use on a lot of my animal paintings. I often put a glaze onto a gold glaze over the background, make the animal stand out a little more, and just tone down the background a little or a lot. And the background's really important to a painting, really integral to as part of the painting. You want to make that interesting. Every part of the painting should be interesting, and it has the focal point of but everything should be supporting that focal point and also interesting. Really needed some. The eyes really still need to be brought out, and I was just give them a little suggestion of some detail going on in there, then just making a black shadow. It's, I don't know what shows up in here, but I have like a little brown in there, and on top it's a little grayish blue if I put that in to be where the reflection of the sky reflects a little grayish blue in there. But it's really hard to see it anyway in the video. If, it's the most high definition, it's more with the lowest thing my camera would do, so that because it takes forever to upload this in to the computer. So a little lower res probably goes in faster. Sure it does. Yeah, I'm touching final touches on the eyes here that really just give a little bit of life into the eyes. Look, lively. So put a little brown bit of the eye and get a little tinge of a highlighted reflection up on the top of the eye. Yeah, much bluer color. Does kind of show up. I'm just putting this surely has to be the final oops. Why the audio? What that fuzz came from? I don't know what that is. But that must be the actual soundtrack apparently. This is coming to the very end. So this is a very nice touches and just let me just define this touch in there a little bit, bringing it out. Just suggestion of this a little, I don't exactly know. Just doing it a little lighter. Perhaps. It's like actual background, but I wasn't listening to anything. It's just maybe a motorcycle before in the background. That was a motorcycle, but these little brush strokes that can make any sound. Not in this video. Person probably hears some sound. I don't have any in the video. No, I can't not hear the brush stroke, I don't think. I can see on my screen that we're coming pretty close to the end of this video, and to the end of working on this painting. And I don't think I even said everything I meant to say. But I did keep talking through the whole thing. And it's been, I don't know. It was a challenge for me to just keep talking, and I enjoyed doing that, I suppose. I like making this video. I hope you liked watching it. And whoops, there's it to the end. This is just how it looked, and it crops it a lot. I thought it went wide enough, but I didn't. It still cropped it. And I don't know. Bye-bye, thanks.